Hello and welcome, guys. Happy Thursday. It is snowing something fierce here in Oklahoma City. And it's not that it's that fierce, but right now it's that big chunky, beautiful kind of snow that's like trickling down to the ground that like takes a while. But before that, we have had sleet, we've had rain, we've had the big heavy snow, and now it's just like the beautiful falling to the ground type snow. So hopefully, I don't mind that kind of snow. I just don't like it when it sticks. It's gonna be slicker than snot tonight. Woo! Gonna be brutal in the morning. So hey everybody and welcome. I don't know, it's like January 3rd or something. I'm not hooking up YouTube tonight. I'm just gonna move this one over there. We seem to be having a little bit of connection trouble when I do both feeds going at the same time. So we'll just do this here. So just to keep you up to date on what I've been working on, it's day 4 for this little project here. It's just an old washstand. I'm doing a few things that I've never done before, and I figure, hey, why not just do it right here live for you guys? So hi, Kelly Weiler. Hello, guys. Hi, Carol. Why not just do it right here in front of you guys so I can look like a full with an audience. So just to catch you up to date, Friday night, Quita and I, and hi Jasmine, thank you honey. Quita and I went live Friday night and I started this piece of furniture. I use all DIY paint because it's the best, and it just works really well for my style, and I do a lot of blending. So right here I have blended Bohemian Blue into Skeleton Key and then added, what did I add? Crinoline. So instead of doing an ombre top to bottom, I just decided I'm gonna do it horizontally. I'm sorry guys, I literally have the heat blowing on my face. So I did it from side to side, which is something I have not done in about 4 years. So then I grabbed my my copper metallic, which is a product I made from DIY's Golden Ticket by mixing just a little bit of marquee in it for a copper. I let that drip and do my thing, kind of do the Dionne thing with my spatula. It's not really a spatula. I actually used my putty knife. But I have these little Q-isms that come out all the time, and I say words that she does. I took off the original hardware. It's not because it's pretty. In all honesty, it's not because it's pretty. It's because I needed a smooth surface, and I haven't decided. Like, these are like the flimsiest little brass wobber jobbers ever. Wobber jobbers. Yep. Again, Facebook, if you could go back and delete that for me and edit that out, I appreciate you. So far we're on part 4, but we've probably got several more steps. I don't know that I like them shiny like this. I don't really like that. I really don't like that. Yeah. So there's nothing fancy about them. I really don't see that the quality's anything great. I know Q. I almost said spatula, but I actually used my putty knife to apply my metallic. Then I sanded the fire out of it. Like, I grabbed my sanding sponge and I really distressed it really heavily. Now, what I told you guys I was gonna do today was that we were gonna sand this lettering back. Because I used my IOD brayer last night on the live, and then I used the Toile stamps. What we're going for is a little French boho cabinet, okay? I'm not doing, because the ombre adds for the boho, the little, I know, right? Wobbler jobbers. But I'm using this little French script. It's a rose toile. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. So right before we went live, I had this weird idea to just, instead of sanding really heavily, because I told you I wanted it really distressed, I decided I'm gonna actually, because IOD has came out with this fabulous product where they're paintable stamps, paintable, okay? I don't have those. So what I went and did is I grabbed my art brush, and instead of distressing this really heavily, I've decided I'm gonna fill in some of the petals and the flowers with some Queenish Beish, that's right, and some Fancy Farm Girl. Then I want to distress it. I want it to look like it's been hand painted and it wasn't done today, that it was done years ago, okay? Like when I was just a little bitty thing. Thank you for saying you like my hat. My mother-in-law got it for me. She said it was from the Sundance catalog. And so, yeah, I love it. So I'm wearing it. It's the first thing I've ever had from there. So I'm taking my little art brush, and all I'm doing is just filling in, like in between. This gray color is old school, by the way. So we've already got about 5 different colors on this piece, but now we're adding in Queen Bee. It's gonna be kind of random, and so yeah, I'm going for what looks to be like a hand-painted look. It's not gonna be perfect. You know, I don't do perfect around here. But once I fill all of this in and just kind of get enough yellow on here the way I like it, it's gonna be a little brighter here, guys. Don't worry, I don't want it to be bright at all. I'm gonna sand it, then I'm gonna come back in with our white wax and put a white wash over it. So I'm totally doing something I've never done before. And today's been a really, really busy day. Actually, the last couple of days have, you guys. If you're new to my page, you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but we just gained like 90 people in my Creative Connection over the last 2 days, in the last 48 hours. So my group just got a whole lot bigger. We're almost up to 400 people in the Creative Connection. And I'm listening to their stories, and they're introducing themselves as they come in and say what they've been working on. A lot of the women have businesses, but a lot of them don't. And there's a common theme, guys. There's a common theme that some of the women are coming in and they're saying, Becca, if you're on here, stay on here, because this is part of you. Stay on here, Becca. Part of them are saying they were hesitant to sign up for my group. Now that we have almost 400, I think we have 395. Some have not answered their email, so they're still not in yet, but they will be. We will track them down. Some of them were hesitant because they didn't feel like they were qualified, or they felt like they were too old. There's a common theme, and I've had several people message me, and guess what they're saying? Like, this makes me so proud. It's like that Mama Bear thing coming out. I'm not going to do all the flowers, by the way. It's going to be totally random. This is what they're saying to me. So I watched your live the other night where you had several of your group members come on. Guys, I had my youngest group member who's 23. I had my oldest group member who's 73. They both volunteered to come on. I had 9 of my ladies, and they told you guys what the group has done for them. And thank you, Jennifer. What the group has done for them and what it means to them. Several people got back with me and said, that video is literally the reason why they went ahead and made the jump to jump in my group. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for my group coming through. And but it's not even about me. It happens to do with the fact that these people, these women, they were intimidated by a group, by being the outsider and not knowing what it was about. But when my girls came on and they, you know, they all spoke about why it's been good for them and why, you know, it's good joining a community and what kind of tribe it is. They said, I was so blown away by what your ladies said in the group that they experienced, that I just thought I need to be a part of it. Like, I want to be a part of it too. And of course I'm like, Matthew, listen to this. I got to read you this. So I read this to him. And I'm like, it was so nice for them to take, because not only did I have them take their time out of their night, they did it on New Year's Eve at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay? Okay? Crazy town. So they did that, and then I've had several people join, literally saying because of what my 73-year-old Jan said, or what, you know, my Jasmine said, who's 23. So we have women 23 to 73. If they're younger or older, and I just don't know yet. They haven't told me their ages, but I was just blown away, and I just want to thank all of the women in my group, and just want to say what a wonderful tribe this community is, because what happens, guys, we get in a rut and we start doing this to ourselves. We do the same thing day in, day out, and all we're thinking about is create, create, create. Our mind is full of ideas, and some days we wonder what's wrong with us because we have so many creative ideas. Like, why can't we just focus on one thing? Why do we have to have all of these ideas? Well, because that is the way you were made. Don't apologize. You don't apologize for being sensitive, and don't apologize for having tons of fabulous ideas. It's how you're made. Does it mean someone doesn't understand you? Well, so? I don't understand everybody either. I don't understand everybody, and I'm not even going to try. So don't apologize, but we start beating ourselves up because we think we might be different, we think we can't focus, or we think we've got, you know, too many things going on in our brain, and then oh, I'm sorry. Stop saying I'm sorry. It's a creative habit. We all do it. We get insecure about it. Now, I thought this was Fancy Farm Girl, and it looks as though there's a little bohemian blue in here. Imagine that. So I'm going to go over here to the side where I see some green so I don't have to get up. There it is. This might be one of those jars where I mixed several colors, but this is where I got my pine color. But I'm not looking for pine. I'm literally wanting Fancy Farm Girl. So I'm going to make a few leaves in here. This is that rose toile stamp, you guys. So to stay on task, we start questioning ourselves, don't we? We start thinking, gosh. And then we go, she looks so put together, and she's got her cute hat on. She comes on here every day. Then we start really second guessing ourselves and what we're doing, don't we? Guys, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing it, and you need to stop apologizing for doing it. Just stop. You can have 5,200 ideas each day, and then you need to count your blessings and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for giving me all of those ideas. Thank you for having a brain that works. Thank you for having a brain that fills my heart and my mind full of all of these ideas. Because that's what makes it fun. That's what makes me want to come out here. That's what makes me excited. It's all of these ideas. Will I get to all of them? God, I hope so. God, I hope so. But I'm going to stop apologizing. I'm just really grateful for all of the new groups, or the new people we have in our group. I'm grateful for my members who came forward and just spoke up for me and were like, this is what the group does for me. I mean, one specifically said, Miss Jan, when Jan came on, that really got me, because she's close to my age. And Jan, she said, guys, she literally looked at the screen and said, go join right now. Like, she was kind of bossy about it. Gosh, she's a hoot. And I'm so grateful for the connections that Facebook has given me, and just really this painting world in general. So guys, it looks a little weird right now. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Tammy, for saying it looks really good. But I'm filling in with a little, I'm not gonna do very much. I only just want a little bit, and then when this is completely dry, we will really sand it, and then we will grab our white wax and we'll put it over there. So nothing is gonna stand out, nothing's gonna be really bold, but the whole piece itself has a lot of little elements going on. And I'm hoping I like it. I'm hoping you guys like it. I'm just filling in the empty spaces where there are leaves from the IOD stamp. This is the rose toile in different sizes, and I just randomly stamped it on here in a pattern. And I'll bring the camera in closer to kind of show you what I'm doing. But I want it to look like it's hand painted and as if it had faded off over the years. Let's just say this thing was painted back when I was a little girl. And I believe I did just say whittle on camera. So Facebook, if you could go back and delete that as well, please. I've been on here enough, and I deserve an editing crew. That's what I'm asking for. Putting in a request for that, because I tend to say things that do not make sense. It's getting old. It's getting old. All right. I think that's enough on that little thing right there. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's looking vintage. Thank you. Good. Good. I like that idea. I'm going to go work on this one over here just a little bit. Let's turn this a little bit, and let's get a drink of water, because the heat's blowing right in our face. It's about to burn our eyeballs. Sorry, I missed which stamp. Heather Larson. It's the IOD Rose Toile. I have several on my website right now, theturquoiseiris.com, but I don't even know if I have that one. Let me look. I don't know if I have that one on my website available or not. I have several though. I have the French script, like the transfer. So this is what it looks like on its sheet. You can pull all of them off if you want. Rubber stamps, you can bend and twist and wrap them around the sides and stuff. But I'm leaving them all on here because last night I stamped them, and frankly, I think that's enough. And then this is a brayer. This is what I rolled the paint in, loaded my brayer here, and then rolled on top of the stamps. You look like Ally McGraw in that hat from Movie Love Story. Myrna, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll have to take a look at that movie. I don't know if I've seen that one. All right, so I'm gonna go over here. This is Bohemian Blue over here, and there are a few flowers. It's much more faded over here. So the yellow, although the yellow's darker, it's gonna show up real heavily, and I don't really want it to be real heavy. But instead of sanding this, I'm gonna wait until I get some flowers painted on here, and then I'm gonna heavily distress this whole thing that I'm doing, so it really looks soft. And I'm using Queen Bee from DIY. So frankly, she's in her stage where she's just not sure how she's going to end up. She's not sure how she's going to look. Early 70s, great flick. Three Hanky movie. What does that mean? I am trying this, genius. Oh, Kimberly, thanks. IOD has a bunch of new products coming out, but I don't have the painted stamps. I can't remember what they're calling them. I am a retailer for them, so I should know that. But I have this stamp, and it just dawned on me. I was trying to figure out a way to add a color, and I just want it very random and very as if it were almost completely gone. The finish here. Some green. I'm trying not to cover up the gray, which is old school. I'm just trying to stay off of that. So I decided, since this was like day 93 or 94, I decided to stop counting because who cares, right? Nobody cares. So I'll just say from now on that I've been going live since October 1st. Nobody cares. Sounds like it was a challenge to reach 90, and now it's just kind of a habit. So we'll just keep going. We're just gonna keep going, guys. I love it actually because it forces me to get to paint. It gives me a reason why I have to sit down, take a few minutes to grab my brush. And I am going to be obsessed with this actually. I love this. So I'll sand a little bit tomorrow, and then we will white wax it, and we'll just take a look. We'll see what we think. If we don't like it, we'll do something different. But it's something I have never done before, so I thought, why not? And why not do it with you guys on camera? And that was a snort. Facebook, could you grab my deleters, my editors, and delete that out, please? Guys, we have a new Little Miss Iris. That was a joke, by the way, you guys. We have a new Little Miss Iris coming out Saturday morning, and we made snowballs. And can I just tell you that Iris was feeling something spunky, because we ended up with like 5, 6, 7 bloopers. And we're trying to put them all in the video, but it's making the video too long. I just can't decide if 30 minutes is too long or not. But my gosh, I can't decide which bloopers are the funniest, because a little Iris goes off on her little tangents. And then she screams several times, and I'm thinking, you're gonna scare the kids! Other than Bohemian Blue, what were the other colors? Bohemian Blue, Skeleton Key, Crinoline, and then the little pinkish copper color that you see is metallic, and it's mixed, so it's Golden Ticket, and it's mixed with a little Marquee, which makes a, thank you for answering, Heather, it makes a metallic. And then I'm using Old School for the stamp, Queen Bee, excuse me, so bad, sorry. Queen Bee for this little flowers that I'm filling in my IOD stamp. And then I'm grabbing some green, which is Fancy Farm Girl, to make little flowers. And we're going to sand this. It's going to look like it was painted at one point, but it's all coming off. And give it a little vintage look, because I think this will be super sweet in a bedroom, a guest bedroom, a beach house. She's delicate and feminine. Guys, I will be back tomorrow night for Friday Night Live with Quita Allen. If you missed that we had our t-shirts for sale, they're on my website right now. If you wanted to have a t-shirt Friday Night Live, they're available at theturquoiseiris.com. I think I have them actually under like paint workshops or something. They're $28 and they're the most comfortable t-shirt. Carolyn, you're welcome. Oh, your granddaughter loves Iris. I love Iris too. She's classic. She's just hysterical. Okay. So I think what I need to do is probably, it's a little stark right now, guys. Like when I look at the screen, all I see is yellow and green. No, we're not gonna see that. It's gonna be much more subtle, okay? I need it to be really soft and feminine. But I'm just using a little artist brush, and it's like a 1/2 inch and it's flat. Like you can see, it's a flat one. And I'm only filling in some of the leaves and only sides of some of the leaves. So it's not all going to be painted. But we'll seal it with the white wax and put a whole, like a really soft wash over it. I hear Matt editing in there, Little Miss Iris. That's why I mentioned it a second ago. Just cracks me up. Iris throws me for a loop, keeps me on my toes, but we're having fun with it. Thank you to all of you who have had your kids and grandkids watch it. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm afraid the angle is bad, and I don't want to waste your time if you can't see it. Can you see okay? Gotta go, I'll watch on replay. Yes, Hilda, I understand. It's about dinner time around here too. And I know you guys, my friend Quita Allen is coming on here. I think she said she was coming on at 6:30 Central Time. So probably here in a few minutes. Quita will be coming on. She's doing 30, or she's going live every weekday in January. So you'll be able to see what she's up to. And then she and I will be back tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time for Friday Night Live. That is every single week on Facebook. So we hope you can join us then. You guys, I will go ahead and let you go. I'm going to go make myself a black bean burger. And where did I get the cute hat? Michelle Barnes. Okay, so the Sundance catalog. It's wool. And my mother-in-law got it for me for Christmas to go with my new red coat. So I don't know anything else about it, but she did say Sundance. You guys have a great evening. I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks.